The game is rigged. Well, better way to say that is I've I've finally figured out how you get to rig the game. Because it's taken me 4 years to kind of, from observing and noticing all these patterns, how to kind of articulate how you're able to rig the game by building a personal brand online. And there's an extra bonus that if you don't like talking about yourself, there's a way to build your personal brand without just talking about yourself. It's about talking about your ideas and your tools. So you get to place a different focus. I think it's hard with the personal brand side of stuff because at the end of the day, it's not about you, but you are front and center. So it's about what you can bring to the table and showcasing what you can bring to the table. And the other thing that kind of clicked this year for me, selling every day. We have 365 days in the year. If you are not actively showcasing your work and telling people how they can work with you and how they can buy from you and why they can buy from you and where they can buy from you and offering them to upsell within that and offering them to downsell within that, I think I'm swaying. There's this weird ebb and flow that kind of has to start happening when you're building for yourself. You end up hitting all the paradoxes really hard at kind of both ends of the scale, where it's like, you have to give a shit about what you do, but you also have to remember it doesn't fucking matter. And like have that lightheartedness feel about it. Like you've got to take pride in your craft, but you've also got to remember that 70% out the door is better than finessing 100% for 6 months and then not posting or not putting it out. Like messy, professional, there's this weird fine line of it being valuable and useful to the clients, but also remembering that in order for something to be valuable and useful to your clients, it doesn't need a pretty bow or to be pink or to be blue. They need the information. They need the knowledge. They need you. They need the tools. They need that. And so even like reflecting back at my 2025, it's funny. I had my word for the year was consistency, and man, oh man, did that change drastically my perspectives, my shifts, my mindset, my boundaries, the clients that I was attracting, the conversations that I was having, just by being consistent this year. Holy crap. Now, for next year, what's my word? Why have I gone blank? I've been thinking about this for the last fucking weeks. Bear with me. Courage. I love how that had escaped me. Yeah, one of the biggest things I'm noticing between the people that are becoming successful and earning and starting to get themselves out of these ruts that they're in and building is just the fucking cojones to do it. To go first, to put it out there, to say the thing, even if it sounds a little stupid, even if it sounds a little cringe. J.K. Molina says we all get a cringe pass, and it's true. It's that whole John Cleese thing of everyone forgetting how to play and everyone forgetting how to make mistakes and do things wrong. And, you know, when it comes to ideas and creativity and working out what works and what doesn't, you have to get all the shit ideas out. Clean the pipes. Like, and if you're not getting them out, you're you're storing them here and you're muddling in them and you're waiting to have this movement, motion. When you're stuck, you got to get back in your body and you got to get yourself moving again. All right? And December's a very interesting time of year. Well, this is an amazing time of year because we have natural built-in momentums. And something that I also find quite interesting around these seasons is the stories that people tell. you know, chatting with certain people or seeing them online and they're going, oh, well, you know, winter's the slow season, so we're going to not bother. We're going to just post less, do less, you know, sort that out. And I'm like, is the correlation of you doing less over the season not possibly the reason why there are less sales? Like, if you take your foot off the gas, does it not make sense that things slow down? If you can find a way to have a consistent foot on the gas, and again, whether this is you posting it or you putting ads to get it done and get your eyeballs on your things on a daily basis, it doesn't really matter. I enjoy the organic route because I also feel like it is a true test of your mastery of the written word. And I think that is the hardest skill to learn and the most valuable skill to learn when it comes to building and making money online, is that it actually doesn't really matter what the product, the course, this, that is. The skill that you are learning is how to articulate an idea so that people give you money for it. And if you can do that to a point where people are giving you a bit of money for it, you've literally hit the jackpot. Because then no matter what life throws at you, you have learned the fundamental skill of sharing the value and the knowledge that you have in exchange for an income. You can take that wherever you are. You only need a Wi-Fi connection in order to make money then. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where in the world you are. It doesn't matter who you're with. It doesn't matter what circumstances you are. It doesn't matter if you end up getting bankrupt again. One of the favorite things I ever heard from my business coach, Becca Pike, was, she said, if you ever see me she was a waitress. She was then a massage therapist who has built six-figure brick and mortar companies and is also a seven-figure online coach, mum of 4. And she's the scaling queen. She scaled her life to, 10, 15 hours a week. Hours a week working. The rest of the time she's cooking, she's with her family, she's doing life so that it can fuel the rest. One of my favorite things she ever said was, if you ever see me waiting tables again, don't feel sorry for me. I'm coming back 10 times stronger. Like, at the end of the day, if you lose everything, you can get a little job on the side while you build back. But the skills that you learn, building something of your own, using your imagination, like, it still blows my mind that this is the world that we live in. This is the world that we live in. I keep picturing it as this, because I can see it now. Like, again, different classes, everyone's living in these different levels of life, all right? And obviously with more money comes more resources to do life at different levels. And I think what excites me now, having changed my perspective from, again, it's hard. Like, money isn't everything, and it's not. But what you can do with a lot of it goes a long way. And I've always had this ethos that more good people need to be earning good money. And having observed the creator economy over the last 4 years, I feel like that is so much more true and even more needed now than ever before with the way that the world is going. And this cockamamie shit, like, we need level-headed, heart-led, fucking kind people earning good money. One of my mentors said, fuck off money. It's not just a fuck ton of money, it's fuck off money. So you get to say fuck off to anything that you don't want to do or be a part of. All right? And I want more people to get excited. I say I want more people. I don't really care. I'm excited about it. My goal with this channel is to find the guys out there that are also excited about it. Because I got the tools. I got tools. I love helping people. I want to create. I want to build. I want to see people win. I want to see people get into this game. of being able to take their fate into their own hands and charge what they are worth, find the clients that they want to work with, and build a life that doesn't fucking drill you into the ground and suck the life out of you. Like the whole point, like they preach, all these productivity people and all these, hustle culture, they always preach. It's not about the destination, it's about the journey. It's like, yeah, well, if you're fucking wired with, one step away from a panic attack, with no sleep, miserable, on the verge of like how is that enjoying the journey? How is that deciding that, oh yeah, I can withstand this for a little? That's the same trap you feel like with the retirement thing. It's that, oh yeah, just hustle for this and then you can relax. It's like, no, because once you build a system around that hustle, it is a slippery fucking slope. I did that. I did that with my agency. I allowed us to continue on the trajectory that I knew was not sustainable. And in the back of my mind, I knew it wasn't sustainable, but I also had that fucking voice of, oh, if you just work harder, if you just push through, it's okay. Just it's like, fuck that. No. There are good people out there who want to work with good people, who are willing to pay you your value, who are not expecting 110% from you and treating you like a slave of a client just because they've paid you money. Oh, it's another thing that irritates the out of me with being in the Asian culture. I'm born and raised Hong Kong, by the way, currently here. Yeah, I don't know. It's a lot, but it is now official that you get to rig the game. As of end of 2025, 2026, I can confidently say, having watched the creator economy and having watched what AI has done to people's attention span and to people's minds, and I feel like we finally got to that gap now where everything is so ludicrous that everybody that is ready to just go, I'm done with all of this. Like, they're breaking off and they're realizing that now is the time where stripping it all back, becoming authentic, being able to talk to the camera like this, as long as you can create a story around it and bring people along, there is money to be made. There is money to be made. There is money to be made. Anyway, that's what my channel is about. That's what I'm here to do. The game is rigged. Let me help you rig it for you. Because this shit starts to get fun when you realize that it's just on the other side of a few months of consistency and somebody in your back pocket going, just keep posting, just keep posting, just keep posting. Because one of the most annoying fucking things about this whole game, I'm hoping YouTube will be a little bit different just by the nature of the people that maybe come and see and comment. But I know for a fact that on social media, if you are charging high ticket and you are expecting a high quality client, they are not liking, they are not commenting, they are not interacting with your posts. But that does not mean that they are not watching. And the only way that they can pick you to solve their problems over somebody else is if you keep telling your story and telling your processes and showing why and showing how and showing when they can come and join you. I think I've finally come to the point where I realize this is the game that I enjoy playing. And now I want to find others that enjoy playing this game too. And it is a long-term game. So the way I'm going to start setting up my things for January, very different. I hope you follow along. I hope you join. And if you are looking for somebody to craft a tailored blueprint for you moving into the new year, links to my one-on-one and ways to work with me in my bio. But I'm just excited even to be on this own journey for myself and starting this new channel, that I hope that's enough to start finding others that can come and join, because, I don't know, the winds have changed. The winds have changed. And it is finally not about chasing trends. It's not about chasing tactics. It's about real people wanting real information, wanting to work with people. That no more bullshit. I don't need you to put flashy things in front of my face to pretend to sell me something that I don't want or to drag me into something that I'm going to get pissed off about purchasing. All right? People need help. There are problems to be solved. There are things out there to do. If you want to earn money online and build your own income independently, it is possible. Man, more good people need to be earning good money. My goal is to get to 100 creators, to get them to their first 10, 20K months. Like, that is life-changing money. And what's crazy is that it is the tip of the iceberg when you know how to implement those systems. And when you've gone through the rings of fire of your own personal development to get to that point where you can stand in that confidence and build and change your life. And the responsibility that it takes and the fun that you can have and the joy that you can create along the way. I think we've come into this world of everything is so down and everybody's preempting this amount of work that they have to do in order to earn more. And especially if you are a freelancer that is at the end of your wits, you maxed out, your clients aren't paying you enough, you've hit your ceiling, there is no space, you should be charging more, you don't know how to do, you're in it. All right, it's hard to get out of it when you're in it. All right, so, well, work with me, I'll help you figure it out, but follow along. All right, I'm going to start dropping insights on this channel as to how to start breaking away from it, and let's go. Let's go. Why are we waiting? No more waiting. There's no point. There's no point. Because something, again, that Gary Vee's been saying recently as well is and I know something that held me back for a long time, especially in my first 2-3 years. I kept sitting there going, oh, but what if it's a waste? What if I change my mind? The best part about all of this is that none of it is a waste. It's about pivoting and it's about building. And the sheer act of trying, whether you fail or not, it doesn't matter. You tried. You get to pivot. One of my favorite ones that, example, J.K. Molina, after he split with his business partner and minimized his business setting from, he had 15 people in his team. He reduced it to just him and a virtual assistant, all right? And he's built the business. His declaration was that he was going to be building the business back up to 100K months with just him and a VA, all right? He had a 1-year goal. Got to the end of the year and he was like, you know what, guys? I failed. I missed my goal. I got to 93,000 a month. Oh, boo. Oh, is that really a failure? I think the thing that I've enjoyed this year is getting out of the 1 or 2 steps of some of these marketing arcs and story arcs, and now kind of realizing how to start piecing these stories together so that you're presenting yourself in a way that you have the confidence to know that you're okay to declare things. Because regardless of which way it goes, it can be a win. Even if it's a loss, it's a win. Because you learn from the loss. And then you pivot, you redirect, and you make a new goalpost, and you move it along. And I think it's to lean more on this excitement and this balance of the fact that in order to be good at what you do, you need to be spending time offline, developing your skills, your clients, you're working on the things that you love so that you can show up the best for your clients, online, in person, all of that. And to feed that natural cycle makes so much more sense than to build from a place of force and hate and it's you can't force yourself into loving something. It doesn't work like that. So it's how do you follow the joy, understanding that there are certain steps that need to happen, but how do you find majority joy? I do not believe that we are designed to hate the majority of the life that we are living. It is not fun. It makes no sense. And I know it's not true because when I've been a freelance model and working in the events and alcohol industry, I fucking love my life. There was no problem doing anything. again, the late nights, the early mornings, there's all this pre-existing projection that can go onto it. Oh, it's exhausting. It's like, no. You forget that when you actually experiment and find that path of curiosity and business and fun and excitement and setting your boundaries and knowing that if this person can't do it, somebody else will. There's this unlimited resource that's available to us. You don't run out of ideas unless you stop ideating on things. You don't run out of, you don't run out of it. And nobody can take it away from you. And so learning the skill of learning how to monetize that in a way that sits right with you, that for me, bing, 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 like that's winning the lottery. That for me, that's winning the lottery. I feel like I've won the lottery. Now it's about playing the different games within it and seeing what's possible and jumping through those levels. And by understanding that by me upping my numbers with helping people ups that ripple effect of what's going on. It is not this selfish act. Take the selfishness out of it. I think it's easy for the ego to turn that into an excuse. It's like, oh, I don't want it to be all about me. It's not about you. It's not about you, but it is selfish to hide from doing this when you know deep within that you have things to share and that you have people to help and that you want to help people and that you're good at it. Like, you know, if that's you. People have told you. People have said. And you just need, there are people out there that can help. My community that I'm building is one. I think Cringe Pass, I'm thinking of calling it the covert creators. Because I also believe that you don't need to be shoving this shit down in front of your friends, family, and whatever, and you can build and find strangers and turn them into clients. Build somewhere to give you the confidence and the proof that you need to then confidently stand in front of your friends and family and the people that are watching on your life and go, it works. They don't have to watch you stumble through these first stages. You get to do that somewhere else. You get to find a different playing field. You get to test your creativity unfiltered, as long as you're able to test it in the public as well. And I think that's also where it starts to become fun. Too many things, and I feel like I could just very quickly go down a rabbit hole right now. So we're gonna stop here. You get to rig the game. You get to rig the game. It is yours for the taking. I hope 2026 you do, because I know you know what to do. I know you know there are the fundamentals that are there. If you would like to work with me to build and get your things online, check my one-on-one link in the comments. If not, stay updated for the posts about my group and community, because I'm excited. And that's going to be a very hands-on environment, more workshoppy, where you can come to me with your work, with your posts, with your words, with your ideas, and we troubleshoot them. Not just so much Q&As. Like, we actually bring up the documents. Like, let's write it out. Let's get it off your chest. Let's get it ready to post. Let's get it ready to send. Let's get it ready to film and go. And let's start this feedback loop. Let's start. 2 videos a week. Let's see what happens.